we're back on the show. Talking Sunderland and everything you know.
Conrad's got the numbers, proper stats machine. Mike's optimistic, living out the Mackem dream. Bowers keeps it steady, cool and level-headed. Wayne's already moaning, man, I'm shattered, I need my bed.
Baby, are you ready to go? Let's get carried away, man. Let's steal the show. Midweek Mackems every Wednesday night. Veterans, passion in the red and white.
Hello, everyone. It's Midweek Mackems, despite no football, technically. Tonight, we've got all four of us here. Conrad, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Yourself?
I'm surviving. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Wayne, how are you doing?
Sounds ominous. I'm very good, mate. Very good. It's got the longest 3 weeks of my life from the football, but never mind. I'm sure we've got a couple of games to speak about, so not too bad. Hope you're all right.
Yep, all good. And Michael Bauer still got the easy 6 points, they said, under your name, I see. How are you doing?
Absolutely. I'm just going to milk that for what it's worth until the next game. And Conrad didn't get to see that live last week, so thought I'd give him the opportunity.
But I got all your quiz questions right when I was watching it back.
Yeah,
well, we believe you thousands of
I
them.
was impressed when Conrad said Matthew Debussy for the Mags when they
Aye, good shout
game.
that.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, but either way, look, I've got the dogs with us at the minute, so if they start barking, I'll just mute myself. But for the minute, I'm doing all right. Are you doing okay?
Excellent. I've got 2 stress fractures in my ribs.
What have you?
So if I cough, it will be agony. I will mute. You'll have to carry on the show for a minute without me. So just pre-warned.
You didn't find the derby that stressful, did you?
Yeah. You are?
You didn't find the derby that stressful, goodness me, did you?
Yeah, it's all that cheering. It's broke it.
Yeah.
I'll just in 2 seconds. One of the kids has woken up.
All right, okay. There you go. He'll be all right on the night. This is a live for you guys in the chat. So it's for your questions, anything like that. Any questions you've got about our opinions on the team, anything at all. It's your live. It goes as long as you guys want to, apart from Wayne. He's on a strict hour.
Yeah,
but make sure you get your questions in.
At 10 o'clock this week.
Yeah, and get your questions in, and we might not answer them instantly, but we'll get back to and get through as many as we can. So, what we start
Is this
with,
the bit where you're going to go, what do we talk about?
We were going to get Conrad to give his thoughts on the derby because he wasn't here last week, but he's pissed off. So
right, well, we were all at the ladies' game, and it was
were.
a new experience for a lot of us. So let's briefly, how did you find the experience, Wayne?
I really enjoyed it. It was first of all, it was good to see everybody. It was like you said, the content creators convention, as we call it. We were all there, weren't we?
Yeah.
But it was a good day. It was really well run. Something completely different. The atmosphere completely different to the men's game. But it was just nice and relaxed. It was a good day out, and I really enjoyed it. It was a decent game as well. Shame we couldn't get the result, but they still couldn't beat us, so we're still unbeaten against them. So happy days. But it was a really, really good, enjoyable day, and I'd probably gone again to watch them.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it as well. What was your thoughts on it, Mr. Bowers?
Pretty good. The turnout was pretty decent. I was just trying to get the match report up. I think it was
So
around
just over 10,000.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, I've seen 10,156 according to BBC Sport. But no, I think it was a game that, in terms of an atmosphere, it was all right. It was pretty decent. There was one moment where we thought Newcastle had equalised, and then a lot of their fans were going a little bit mental in the corner, and then the offside flag came up, which was quite amusing. But yeah, I guess they've got to let one Newcastle team get something against Sunderland, So, but either way, though, I think I'd say a draw was probably the right result in the end. I think they're both. It kind of the game swung in patches for me, where I actually thought first half, I thought that Sunderland were very competitive, sort of got themselves about, got the goal, and Newcastle, particularly down the right hand flank, I thought looked really, really quite threatening actually. But and obviously the game in terms of the table was bigger for Newcastle because they were going for promotion, whereas Sunderland are kind of like Wayne was saying when we were off air just a second ago about how can't go up, can't go down really, and evidenced by the fact that the Lasses have just unfortunately lost in the last minute at Birmingham tonight, which has put Birmingham top of the Women's Super League too. So But yeah, I think Newcastle's equaliser probably was deserved when it came. I think there was enough. They had enough chances before then, and enough territory to warrant probably getting a point. And actually, I'm just looking at the stats here. I mean, Sunderland, we had 3 shots all game, and both teams had 2 on target.
Right,
So but I would say draw was probably about right in the end. And I think, bearing in mind, I think that Sunderland ladies had lost to Newcastle the previous 3 times they'd played, because Newcastle did the double over us last season. And then I was at the reverse game at St James's Park in November. Sorry, Saudi James's Park in November. And obviously Newcastle ended up winning 3-1. So, yeah, I think it's good just to at least stop the rot and get something against them. And then hopefully, if Newcastle don't get promoted, which I don't know how many points they are off.
I think that's knocked them. I think, Michael, they're really up against it now, aren't they?
I'm just having a quick check. There's only 3 games left of the season for Newcastle, I think. Hang on. So Newcastle got to play 3 games left. So, no. That's WSL 1. That's not the one I want. Hang on.
They're not in WSL 1 yet.
Not yet.
No. Well, either way, what I was going to mention was, obviously, so it was only Sunderland Birmingham that played since then. No, Newcastle got 3 games left. They're 3 points behind third place Crystal Palace, which is basically like a playoff. I think they play the second bottom team in the Women's Super League 1 this season. I think apparently it's a this season thing. Charlton and now Birmingham and Charlton, of course, are top. So, yeah. Who knows? Maybe Sunderland. Maybe that was a ploy from Sunderland. Take something off Newcastle and then lose to Birmingham and derail Newcastle's season. I don't know. If Newcastle don't. Long story short, if Newcastle don't go up, then hopefully Sunderland can beat them next season.
Did you guys think the same as me and Conrad, that it was a bit surreal prior to the game, seeing like Newcastle fans in the sheepfolds and all over the place?
Just
there was
wandering around. It was a bit strange, very strange.
I mean, it was obviously a much more family-friendly atmosphere, but it was still odd.
It was very odd.
It just felt wrong watching them in the concourses, where it felt the weirdest. Like, I've seen other fans in sheepfolds and around the ground and what have you like that, but in the concourse just felt wrong. And
when they're in the queue for the beer, it's like
yeah, and then probably several thousand Sunderland fans' seats as well. Like, I mean, obviously don't want to go on about the FA Cup when you got displaced from your seat to allow them into the ground. It just felt like no, they should still go up there. Like,
can you imagine it would have been class if they put them right up there out the way?
And the rest of the stadium's just empty down the bottom. It's like, nope, it's where you belong.
Yeah. You know what they would have said though? They would have gone, here, they're there, they're every fucking where, empty seats.
What did you think of? Somebody said that on we did a couple of videos on it in shorts, and I put it on TikTok, and somebody said, "Empty seats."
Oh, no.
It's a women's game.
Context totally missing.
Did you see Adam Pearson put something on about? He was like, we took 4 times the amount to our women's game, and it's like, it's because that's all you've got. We've beaten you twice in the men's league, so all you can hang on to is, well, we support our women's team more than you.
It felt like when, as they were cheering their coach coming in, it did feel like a lot of desperate fans looking for something to clutch onto
for something, and they all got a draw.
Yeah, and can I just say as well, them, they can go on about the attendance figures and all that sort of stuff. There's a big difference. I'm pretty sure Newcastle opened up a lot more of their stadium than Sunderland did.
Yeah,
just a crucial bit of context just to throw in there, but don't let facts get in the way of a narrative.
What did you think of the everybody drinking in the seats? That was a bit surreal and all, because we didn't normally see that pilot. What they did
is that a test run for game days?
I don't think not for the men's game. I think it might be something they're going to pilot in the WSL. But
WSL are doing a lot of it, though, aren't they? A lot of games are doing that trial thing.
They must have sold loads of stuff, because there was loads of people with hot food and bringing drinks back. So I think it worked.
Is it a Sky TV thing?
Crowd.
Is it a Sky TV thing where you can't have the beer? Because somebody told me you can't even have it on display if you're up in the. Was it you that said that, Conrad? Can't even have a beer on display if you're up in the box.
It wouldn't make that much sense, because all the men's and women's teams are plastered in betting companies and stuff like that. So it'd make no sense if that's the reason why. And also, if you're watching it in the pub, if they've paid their license and not on a dodgy fire stick, there's a little symbol of a pint in the bottom corner of the thing. So it's, but then can't show a plastic cup with beer in it. It's like, I think it's because, in fairness to us, the men's game can't be trusted as much with a crowd due to its probable history is probably better. And I think that the women's game is more attended by families, women and children. So
We
it's a
saw
lot more of a trusted
families, yeah.
crowd. Yeah, we did. And that was really nice to see, actually, that like you saw dads with their sons and daughters taking them for the first time, and mums getting involved with the football if they're sort of not that into it. And it felt really nice on that sort of front. But yeah, you try and do that at Newcastle at home next season in the men's game. It's a different kettle of fish.
Good luck.
I think they missed a trick on the influencer side of things, because obviously they invited a load of people that are on YouTube, but they sat them all together. I think if you'd have spread them out throughout the crowd, you'd have got different angles and shots and stuff like that. It would have been better. But I enjoyed it overall. It was good. Conrad, we wanted to get your thoughts on the actual Newcastle game, because you weren't here last week.
That's fair. I bloody loved it. It was a shaky 10 minutes, I'll say, at the start, when it was just, right, let's see how we settle into this. But we thought Newcastle would come out and sort of fly at us a bit, and we made a mistake, and obviously they profited from it there. First glance, I probably thought, should Alderete slide in there? Like, why has he sort of let that go? And when you see the angle behind the goal, Gordon does get a good yard or two on him, because I think Alderete is sort of static with him coming towards him. So someone who has a run is always going to get a leg over on someone who's sort of stationary, trying to sort of read it. I didn't think Elborg sort of could have done much more with it. He sort of was put in a bad position to start with, and just sort of came and covered the near post, and Gordon passes it into the far
Architect
one.
of his own downfall a bit.
Well, I don't know, because we like doing those short kickouts, and he gives it to 09. I don't think for a second he thinks 09's just going to pass this straight to Voltemada on the edge of the box. But yeah, I think both of them take a little bit of blame in terms of sometimes it's actually fine just to go route one and get it away. And it's early in the game. We don't want any mistakes, and he made it. But I'll come back to this point I was going to make in a second about 09, but I thought after we conceded, we settled very well, and then we were by far the better team for like 15 minutes towards the end of the first half, and we looked like we're going to get back into it, and we didn't. Second half, I remember two mags who I was sat with were saying, you're going to win this, because we can't hold on to leads. We don't even come out normally in the second half, and we carried on in the exact same vein. And was it 10 minutes in, 12 minutes in, we were level already. My favourite thing about the celebration is we treated it like we shouldn't be behind. Talby scored and like almost ran back to the middle as if like, yeah. And then I think a few of the players had to go like, just calm. Like, not because they were happy with the draw, but more just because I think they sort of went, just enjoy it. Let's just regroup. We not get too excited. Like, let's just keep it calm and go from there. It was a good set piece. It's probably the first set piece we scored in a while, if you're counting sort of a few ricochets about the box, but the ball never left the box, so I think it's fair to count it. Their goal, I hate that it is a rule like that, like literally you're touching the keeper, therefore it's a foul.
It wasn't just
in
touching
this instance,
the keeper.
I love it. At
But
this
he wasn't
moment.
just touching the keeper, was he? He was
Well, for
literally
me-
manhandling him into the back of the net.
Well, for me, the keeper's got license to come out and clatter people if he gets hold of the ball. That's how I always remember, like people like Schmeichel and Lehmann just coming out, clearing
Schmeichel
people
with
out.
his foot up in the air, studs up.
Yeah, clearing people out to sort of get rid of it. And it did feel a bit like he was like, "Oh, I've got this player on me, so I can't move." And then before long, he's like, the header's straight at him, and he still just sort of pushes it in. But thankfully, the rules are the rules, and it was disallowed. But that was their only real chance, I thought, in the second half. Apart from that, it was all us growing into the game. And then I saw this is a long answer, by the way, but I saw an interesting stat on the game the other day that was most of this season are sort of three lanes of attacking play, if you like, is all like 45% on the right wing, some 40-odd% on the left wing, and like peanuts in the middle. Absolutely nothing, which we've all said at various times when it's wing to wing. That game, it was all like 30-30-30 across all the sort of middle positions as well as the wings. And you could see that we were going, they haven't got a six, they've not got Tonali, they've not got Bruno, and none of their other midfielders are sitting in. They're all trying to do the Eddie Howe press and get forward. We can sit in that middle bit and just exploit them, which is exactly how our last goal came when Xhaka found Siddiqui in an absolute acre of space just to break forward. And then I thought the chance had gone. I thought he'd given it a bit too far wide for Enzo. And then when it came back in, because of the angle you see it at first, I thought, oh, he's missed it. And then you don't even quite realize it's bounced back to him as well. But yeah, it was an absolutely unbelievable moment. And then I was like, hold on. Do not give this away in this position. And I was absolutely ecstatic because, as I said on a program I did for The Sun in July last year to a mag that we were going to get 6 points off them, I got laughed out the building. And thankfully, they sent me that clip, though, because I was exactly right. Absolute vindication.
Can I just say how
7 months later,
was the lad that, and I know that guy because the lad I've called the Magpie Channel. He is one of the most arrogant, bitter people I've ever seen. If you watch his video, not to try and plug his crappy content too much, but if you actually look at his video when he goes like, "Oh, standing fans, it was the only noise part when it's good, pathetic," and all that. I'm like,
he was sat in the stadium when he was
an hour afterwards. The game, mate. You can't even talk. Enjoy your lap of honour after a derby defeat, mate. Well done, you prick.
I will say he's very nice in real life when I met him there. But yeah, he's, just in case. Yeah, but as soon as the
good impression.
No, I mean he wasn't happy with obviously how they played in the fact of the lap of honour from their team when they
which I think got completely. That, Mike, to be fair.
Oh, I know. If I want someone walking around doing this, if that's like the whole like Eddie Howe going, sorry, my fault, and I'll still probably be annoyed, but at least he knows what's wrong. But the fact they all went around and went, well, thanks for cheering us while we got beat to the Mackems again. Yeah, exactly, and yeah, love it. I uploaded loads of memes last time, but you've all put them on, so yeah, that's weird.
Just remember, great. In the end, I won. You know.
Yeah.
Actually, Conrad literally should have sent that to the lad, the Newcastle fan there, the Magpie Channel lad, and just gone. In the end, I won. You laughed at me when I said easy 6 points.
Well, so did the host, who was a West Ham fan, but I think we've got the last laugh on both teams at the moment.
Just a little
definitely. So let's take a couple of the questions and get some of them through straight away. Just so we're not trying to squeeze them all at the end. Well, this is not a question, I don't think, but evening lads, just saying the international break sucks balls. What is the point? There you go. I think we've all agreed and we've done that topic to death. So I don't think you need to know. You will all know our opinions on the international breaks. Transfer priorities for the summer. Wayne, do you want to start us off?
Well, I'm guessing it depends if anybody leaves in the summer, doesn't it? We don't know what's going to happen with our key players, but we've been saying it for months and months and months about the lack of creativity in the final third. It proved on Sunday. You get Brobby in the game, and that's what Brobby can do. He was immense on Sunday. I think we just need to get players around him. I'm hoping that the wingers come good. Once they settle in, they'll have had another few games to play before another season. Come back pre-season next and hopefully settled in. But I would still like to see us sign some good quality wingers just to give us that extra bit of quality in the final third.
Shame, because we were only just starting to see the best from Angulo and Tabby, weren't we?
I think Talby will be good for next season. Nielsen as well. I think Angulo will probably come good, but I just think we might need kind of who've got Premier League experience, just a couple of Premier League experienced players, and probably another one in midfield just to back up Xhaka.
Are you thinking more like a Xhaka-esque where they might be a bit older, but they're a solid name kind of thing? That's the kind of signings you want to see.
Yeah. I think Xhaka. He's had missed 4 or 5 games this season. Will the injury start creeping up with the age he is? We saw what happened when he's not on the side. So maybe it's just somebody as a backup for him.
Definitely. Mr. Bowers, any difference from Wayne on the signings for the summer?
Yeah.
You're muted.
I think for me, one of the big things would be right winger is the big. So, hang on.
Norman, call you on.
Okay, I was going to say. No, I think right winger, obviously, I think is the big one. Not Nigel Farage, just to not go too political there.
On that note,
Conrad.
Sorry. For me, I think we need like a number 10, like a real good creative player, and I think that would also help unlock the wingers as well as getting a few more balls in the striker. I think that's what we missed quite a lot. We're not very high up on the, I hate it, but XG in terms of the league. I think, aren't we in the bottom 3? Or every time they mention it, it feels like we're in the bottom 3 of XG. And I wouldn't mind them being at like a similar age / profile of Granit Xhaka. You know, someone that's been there, done it, just knows what they need to do, rather than taking a risk with almost like what we've done with a few of the wingers now, where we're like, well, they can come good. And it's a bit like, well, no, next season we might have been figured out a little bit in how we play. So we want someone who's going to literally hit the ground running and get us scoring quite early on, or at least get us creating more chances for Brobby, because I think Brobby could easily get 15 in a season for us.
I think so as
and
well.
Obviously, he didn't play a full season because he only came in starting like November sort of time, really, or November, December time. And, you know, we're not very good at creating chances from him. He's still got 6 so far, but Isidore has 4 at this point as well. 5 if we're counting Haiti.
Good goal. Good goal.
But I think that one, and with Xhaka going to be 34 towards the end of the year, or potentially even the start of next year, I can't remember when it was, I think we probably need another sort of quarterback-esque mould of a central midfielder, sort of organizer. Now, whether that be a central
another
midfielder,
Tom Brady for us.
because I was having this conversation with a friend of mine earlier on, saying I thought when we got Xhaka, we were going to get the Xhaka that we saw at Arsenal, and he's actually been nothing like the Xhaka that we saw at Arsenal. He was a very aggressive ball winner, very sort of box to box, you know, and very close to the attacking players. Whereas here, I kept saying, he's fantastic, but I can never name anything he does in a game specifically. Like, apart from his assists earlier on in the season, where I'm like, he physically gave the ball to that person who scored. I'm always a bit like, well, he sort of orchestrated that.
He orchestrates. Like, you can see him orchestrating. You know,
it's like the Crystal Palace goal that Michael always mentions. That move where it was like just him holding onto that ball for a fraction of a second longer than someone who tried a quick first-time pass, freed up Nordi to then give it to Enzo to score. So he spots these sort of movements and things, and that's
great
the bit that sort of flies a little bit. Yeah, exactly. I think we need another one of them. Is probably what I think, but we definitely need some creativity to get us a bit further up that XG chart.
What about the left back? I've just been thinking, I mean, Reinaldo, he's been missing quite a while, and we've struggled at that left back area. And when Hume plays there, the shape of the team goes out the window, and we struggle.
Sirkin not cut it for you?
Not for me.
No,
I think he does a job. Like, you know, I still would rather have Sirkin there than Hume. Not because I don't think Hume's better than him. I think it's just because, like we say, when Hume switches over, it doesn't ever seem quite as effective as he is at the right back sort of side. But yeah, probably a left back, maybe an understudy one again, that like what Sirkin would be. And it's right, you two are sort of fighting it out for who's going to be number 1 the year after this, when Reinildo probably goes, because he's on 60 grand a week, and we don't want to be paying any more for that when he's 33. But I think he's a fantastic player, Reinildo, and I really do like everything that he sort of brings to the team. And it'd be a shame when he goes, because I do like him.
Yeah. Have we got you back here, Michael? Can you tell us signings?
No,
has he just froze as I've spoke to him?
Right.
This is the Bowers internet of old.
We got loads. He's gone, but he's not gone because the windows haven't changed. That's really odd.
What about players we could lose? Has he come back? What about players we could lose in the summer? I mean, potentially, there's talk of Roofs, there's talk of Sadiki, there's talk of Brobby.
I think we'll try and hold on to anyone that's young and still developing. I don't think this
they're all
team.
Young.
I don't think we need to sell now. I don't think we've still got so much dead weight that we've got to get rid of in the back. That's what we need to concentrate on getting rid of. I would say we might be fighting off bids.
We can command transfer fees, can't we? We can command big transfer fees for them players because they're all on 5-year contracts.
We could definitely. So I mean, if a silly offer comes in, we might take it. If it's going to fund 3 more players or something, you don't know.
I think
for me. Sorry, go on.
No,
I'll
you're
just-
right. You hadn't finished. Apologies.
I was just going to say, for me on the signings front, because I asked you guys, I don't think we need anything specifically. I think we've got the good players in place. I think the wingers will become good. Hopefully, fitness is sorted out. I don't know what's happening there, but once all that's sorted, I think we've got a good enough team. If we're going to spend, I want to see one, maybe two iconic signings, like statement signings, like a statement of intent, like Xhaka was. Yeah,
I think
that's what I want to see.
I think a striker. I mean, we've got Brobby, but apart from Brobby, we're struggling as well, haven't we? We've got Mayenda, Isidore. I think will be away in the summer. Mayenda, he's still young and still learning. So I think I'd like another top quality centre forward as well. Maybe somebody tall, which would complement Brobby a little bit. Something a little bit different.
But would we play two up front ever?
Probably not. No, not while ridiculous.
You could probably get or even like a shorter striker who plays number 10 and a false 9, so that it's sort of like he does both roles, sort of thing. In terms of selling, though, I think we potentially see roofs go, because there's Chelsea are desperate for a number 1. Tottenham are probably desperate for another number 1 at this point. You know,
how desperate? What would you take for him?
We bought him for, what was it, 11?
11.
And they're talking about 50s, which obviously when you look at that and then you've bought Elborg for 3 at this point, like you're already quids in at that point. So if anything over 50 or 60 came in, I think it's sort of like, I'd be very tempted just to go, that was a great thing. We got him for a year and we've like 6 times our investment in him. Again, with Siddiqui, did he cost us about 19, 20, I want to say?
19,
you know, if you can get stupid money, 50, 60 again, you sort of go, yeah, whatever, like that, you know, that's all right. I have thought Siddiqui second half of the season, might be being harsh in this one, has not been the same as he was first half of the season. A lot of the games, though, I will say he was missing Xhaka. And Xhaka is key to how he plays, as we saw against Newcastle. But that might work in our favour as well, about being like, well, actually, you know, we sell him to someone who doesn't have a Granit Xhaka-like player, and does he look as good? No, I still think he's fantastic. I'd like us to keep Catreda. I asked this question, didn't I, earlier on, Wayne, on analysis, because it's like, obviously, there's rumours of everyone else in the Premier League trying to poach him, basically, and he's not even our player. But if we had pole position on him, I'd still like to sign him because of the multiple positions he plays, how good he was at centre-back earlier on in the season, how he's growing into the right-back position. He had a shaky start against Newcastle, I will say, but second half he was absolutely immense. And then and he can also play as another midfielder if we need to. He's not the best in there, but he can at a push there. And if we can get him for a decent amount and all these other teams want him, do we sell him the year after that he's had another good season with us for a little bit of a profit as well? I'm sort of playing Moneyball with him here. Do we put the money in to risk losing him the season or two after?
Difficult one. Michael, while we've got you, quickly.
Yeah, ignore how crap the quality of the video.
As long as we're in here,
I like it. It looks like
It's
you
all
spread
right.
Vaseline on the screen. Is this your OnlyFans?
I was
card?
gonna
Is
say,
that what we're seeing?
It's his OnlyFans phone. It is.
It's because
The camera on, honestly, the camera on this phone's terrible. I mean, it works much better.
It's because you're in a sauna. That's why.
enjoying the derby, enjoying this talking in the derby. But yeah,
Signings, go.
yeah, you shouldn't lose us on this one. It should be much better. For me, like I said, to make the joke, not let's not get too political, but not in terms of politics, but right wing on the pitch. Yeah, we'll not go with that. No, right winger for me is probably the big one. I think actually left wing, next season we're gonna prioritize developing Talbin and Gulu. I think you're gonna see them two battle it out for the left wing position, and I wouldn't be against that. I think as long as you put all your money into a top quality right winger or right midfielder. I'd say another one is, and I know you guys were briefly talking about left back. I think if I wouldn't be against signing someone who's eventually going to succeed Ronaldo, like, because he's got another year left on his contract after this year. But at the same time, you want to be able to sign someone who's going to be a longer term successor. Then you're talking about probably another midfielder in the sort of Xhaka position or Xhaka sort of mold, because again, as good as Xhaka is, I think he's got at least another year or two left in him at top flight level. I think his body's not going to get younger, is it? Eventually, it will get to the point where he's just not going to be able to play a game and game out repeatedly to a good standard as much as he was used to. So this is why in January I really wanted Guendouzi, because I thought that would have been a perfect
player.
sort of segue to longer term succeed Xhaka. And I thought because they knew each other and Labrise and Guendouzi apparently knew each other, I thought that would have been a really, really sensible option to go for. But alas,
He's doing
didn't
shite
happen.
at Fenerbahce.
Sorry?
I think.
He's doing shite at Fenerbahce.
Well, that's it. Hey, maybe it's a ploy. Lower the price tag, we get him in the summer.
Come here, aye.
I'd rather have
we
Kante from Fenerbahce.
Aye. Would you
10
sign
years ago,
Traore? Would you sign Traore? Like
That'd be
A
good.
difficult
Yeah.
one. Based on what I've seen from him playing at the start of the season, great. Yeah, no problem. But it's always that risk of coming back from injury. Are they ever going to come back the same? Look at Ekwa. Look at you. I could list you 100 players that never came back right from injury.
I think
I think
it's
it's worth a risk for one more year.
I think it is. I think you do it, to be honest. I think I wouldn't be against him getting the second choice option at the right wing position. I would say
We know he can
to
come
answer
in
your
and do a
question-
job.
Sorry?
We know he can come in and do a job.
Yeah.
But here's one then. Do you guys not think that because of the money we're going to be exposed to again in the summer, and because of how SCR replaces PSR, that we could actually, dare I say, spend a bit more and we could maybe get better?
That's the plan.
Well, that's
isn't
what
it?
Mike was saying about like statement signings rather than squad depth signings.
I think we've got the depth now. If we don't lose anyone, I think we've definitely got the depth now.
Well,
We've
I think
got a
what
good
you-
youth setup. We know we raise good players through the youth setup. So I'm not worried about any of that now.
I think what you said earlier, Mike, was that some of the dead weight, get rid of like all them, like Bar and all them that's in the under 21s who were never going to get anywhere near the first time. Get rid of them, get them off the payroll, just a clean slate and then start. I mean, we've still got Abdullah High. It was highly rated. We've not seen him yet. I mean, he might come good. He's a big, strong lad. But is he, that they've got Emir still out on loan? He's got to come back. There's all them type of players.
Yeah, oh God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Completely forgot Himir existed, to be honest.
There's plenty
I
of
would
dead
probably
wood
let
to clear out.
Isidore Mundell, and do we still have like Huggins on loan, or did he go?
He could make money off Patterson, to be fair.
Yeah, Patterson is a sellable one as well.
Dan Neil, he got for free. He got for free another season.
Will you get some sort of minimal compensation for him from someone because he's on a Bosman? Don't they have to give you like a little backhander of like
if you're talking about
that, something?
I think that's going to be up to
peanuts.
20. It's 22, 23 years old. I think you're entitled to that. Up to that age. Anything after that, you don't get anything. I don't think.
It's peanuts anyway compared to
Alexic is another one. Alexic is the one that is probably never going to make it. He's never been given any sort of chance.
Hi Nathan, even though you can't see us. This is very much, but yeah, no, I think to answer your question, I would say probably right wing position, centre mid, left back, maybe, and probably another striker if Isidore goes. Because whether we sell anyone who's going to be one of our main hitters, I do believe that we will probably sell Isidore. I think there's a good chance Mundell could leave either on loan or permanent, and I think we'd probably sell Pato. So I think if you're selling them, plus let's say Roofs or Siddiqui, for example, then then you obviously have to replace those positions. Another factor as well for me is whether we make Europe or not, because say we do, we would need a lot more than that in terms of try and cover the depth that you would need to play Thursday, Sunday. If you don't get Europe, then I would say right wing, centre mid, left back, and then that's as it is right now, because there's a good chance Sirkin could leave on a free. So yeah, well, that's if we don't make it. But if we do make Europe, we need a lot more.
Miles Percival just put a one there in the comment that we've never spoken about Chris Rigg. I think the last couple of games, I mean, I've been critical of Chris Rigg, but the last couple of games he seems to have massively improved. Now, whether that's just him starting to get used to the Premier League and starting to develop as a Premier League player. I mean, what about him for next season?
Potentially, you've got to see.
I think he'll improve.
You've got to see how he develops it. If we can hold on to him, like say, he was sought after before, wasn't he? We got to move on. We've done 15 minutes on one question. At this rate, we'll be finished by Friday.
Well, while you search for another question, can I just add one last point?
Go on.
It's not even to do with transfers. To be
I don't need to search. I've got a list.
Well, yeah, okay, fine. I'll just quickly say, remember that the likes of let's say Siddiqui's the one who goes if you need a big sale. You could have Roofs or Siddiqui, whichever one of them stays. Diarra, Talby, Brobby, and Gulu, Rigg, Hume, and whoever else there is in there. And Diarra, these guys will be in their second, well, in Taste Van Gulu first full year, but the other guy's second season in the Prem, and they'll be more accustomed to it and more used to it. And I can see them, as long as they have a trajectory the way I think they will, I can just see them getting better and better.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking of trajectory, Paul Armstrong, so do you think we should push for Europe this season? Okay, I'm going to reword this because we've already
Well, we
said
know
our
what Mike's
thoughts on
answer to
this.
that is.
Well, I think we've had this question amongst ourselves for like last 3 episodes. I'll reword this. Do you think the squad is going to push for Europe? Do you think that's their goal as a team now when they're looking at each fixture?
Yes.
Well, I think that was the plan. Listening to Gisolfi and Dreyfus before the season, that was always the plan, was secure 40 points and then kick on there. What I think they wanted Europe. That's what they went for. So for me, that they will be pushing, but I'd be quite happy if we finish where we are now. We've done the bit out over Mags. We're safe. That was any as much as we could have hoped for at the start of the season. I think the start of the season that we had kind of give everybody a bit more optimism and kind of dreaming above our station a bit. We're not ready for Europe. I don't think. Yes, if it comes along, you take it, but we're not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
We shall see. We shall see. Cheers, Paul. Like I say, I think we've all had our own personal feelings on that. Anyway, even though it's SAFC channel, can you give me your thoughts on what Newcastle have done with selling their ground to themselves? I'm genuinely interested. I apologise, Jack, that we're going to talk about them for a minute.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested one bit.
I've heard that they've tried to do this and not got away with it. It's not going to count towards
something like UEFA have said that they don't approve it or something like that. But that's on their front rather than the Premier League and what have you. But it's dodgy and it looks strange, but it's nothing that City and Chelsea haven't done in the past or some sort of way around it. It'll just, if you fall out with your owner now, it'll bite you in the ass because you don't own your stadium. He does.
Good point. Good point. Can we buy the rights for their stadium and just never play there?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Kick them out.
Anyone got anything to add on this?
Go on. I don't know which one of us you were talking to there.
Either, go for it.
Go on, Wayne.
No, I'm not interested in what they do one bit. If they're that desperate to get rid of the stadium, that's down to them. You know, the end of the day, they'll be desperate now to do all they can to put this season right. So try as they might, do what they can. But if they want to start cutting corners and doing stuff, stupid things like that, then that's down to them. To me, for them, everything's not as rosy as things might look behind the scenes there either. So long may it continue.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone's ignoring the elephant in the room with these teams that are funded through people who have their millions and billions in oil. Millions and billions in oil is on fire right now in the Middle East.
Correct.
And people are losing money hand over fist. So we don't know how tied into that these owners are.
Right.
Just saying.
Right.
They might have to sell up. They might be forced into it. You don't know.
There could be a possibility of that, to be fair. I mean, it depends because their aim has pretty much been to compete right near towards the top of the Premier League, isn't it? And when I say right near the top, I'm talking like trying to win it, really.
They bought the wrong fucking club then, didn't they?
Well, bring back Mike Ashley.
Yeah, form their own. What was it? Form their own Super League. But yeah, Saudi
With
Super
a team
League.
of
But
one.
either way, to me, I think, I mean, I kind of agree with Conrad. I don't think it's anything out of the norm compared to what, I mean, I'm sure there was it Man City? Someone
Chelsea
else
sold
did
their
this.
women's team
Yeah, but
to
what
themselves.
Chelsea did.
Like, yeah.
Well, then there you go. That's examples of questionable business practice. But essentially, they've done it really because they want to have as much financial headway to go and make as many signings as possible because they want to compete at that level. But what they'll find is, and I know Wayne said he doesn't care about what Newcastle do. Well, I do, as long as they keep losing to Sunderland. But I think Wayne will care about that bit. But yeah, I do think that if you're looking at them lot, I think they have to remember and recognise that despite their takeover, they're not Liverpool, they're not Arsenal, they're not Man City, they're not Man United, they're not any of those clubs, and they frankly never will be, or they shouldn't be. So they can have whatever money they want. Players just will not want to come to them in comparison to anyone else. And I think some of their fans need to have a bit of a, and this is not meant as a rivalry thing, I think some of them need to have a bit of a reality check about who they actually are. And don't get me wrong, I do think they are a huge club. I don't think there's any pretending otherwise. They are, but they're not as big as they think they are. And
Entitled, Michael. That's what they are. They think they're entitled to win everything, and they're not.
well, exactly, and that's it. And like I've said this point loads of times. I compare like how big we are, for example. But if you put us next to a Man U or a Liverpool or an Arsenal, we look like Accrington and Stanley by comparison. We do.
Yeah.
That's just how
Right.
it is. So
One more quick question before we do what Conrad's got planned. Considering Xhaka has been working his way through getting his pro license, do you think he's being lined up to succeed Reggie Labrie? Yes, with Luke O'Nien as his assistant.
Imagine
that.
Some sort of transition into coach, maybe, but it depends how good Reggie's is doing at that time.
I think that's what was the selling point that we're not being told when he came. This is not a one season move. This is the rest of your career. We will put you through your coaching badges. We will give you a coaching job and then into management.
Project,
That's what I think, because I think he was sold on that long term plan. So
I'd love to see it.
I think it'd be very interesting. It's one of those, I'm 50-50 though, because I've never been a fan of like, oh, he was a great player. Let's stick him in management.
Yeah, it doesn't always work that way, does
Let's
it?
stick him in management in the Premier League. No, you got to work your way up. Managing's a different kettle of fish completely. So yeah, it'll be interesting, but I think he does a lot of managing now. And I think he will pretty much be shadowing Reggie Labrie for the remainder of this season and all of next season.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall in the training when what goes on in training, just to see how much of an input he has.
Yeah. All right, Conrad, what have you got for us that's quick before we get into the other questions? Because Wayne's got 19 minutes and we're very long-winded at answering questions, all of us tonight.
Right. Well, I'll cut it down to one game at the minute then. So what I've got here is basically everyone who scored a Premier League goal for Sunderland, but in a 4-4-2 system. So I want the player in each position who's got the most goals as a that position person. So that's going to be two strikers who've got the most goals out of us, who's got the left mid with the most goals, who's the centre mids with the most goals. And it is central midfielders. It's not an attacking mid and a DM. I've literally just gone basic centre mid.
Okay.
So obviously your strikers start with who's got the most goals ever in the Premier League for Sunderland.
Kevin Phillips.
One.
Would it be Kev? Would it be Quinn as well?
No.
Darren Bent?
No.
Defoe?
All right.
Yes.
There you go.
So you've got strikers. There you go.
Didn't Defoe often play up front on his own?
He did, but Defoe's got more goals than Bent and Niall Quinn in the Premier League for Sunderland anyway. So then I'm working my way back. So I'm going to go left midfield. Who was the left midfielder with the most goals for Sunderland?
Premier League goals, you said, didn't you?
Yeah, it's only Premier League, sorry, yes.
Okay. Kieran Richardson? I don't know.
Alan
Spot
Jones.
on, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, okay.
Kieran
Kieran
Richardson.
Richardson,
That's the
set
most,
pieces,
yeah.
definitely.
I think he had about 14 I saw. So that's the one. So there's two central midfielders. So they are basic central midfielders. So I'm going to say a clue straight away, which is it's not Sessegnon, who is like he is a number 10. Do you know what I mean? Seb Larson was one of them.
Good shout. I was going to say
central midfielder on, did you say?
Central midfielder. I think there was only 6 or 7 goals for each of them.
Catamol got a couple, but I don't think
that was in League One.
Not in the Premier League. Yeah. Goal machine in League One.
Craig Gardner.
Good shout.
Yes.
Nice.
Craig Gardner.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, okay. He was often
So I'll
called
go
a
on
good
to-
screamer, to be fair, Craig Gardner, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he had 6 or 7 for us. But it made me sort of think, God, I thought Gavin McCann would have scored loads. I thought like Don Hutchison would have got more than that in his time, but it just didn't happen. Sort of like that, like how you remember them. Right midfield.
Right midfield.
And just as a clue, this right midfielder is solely left-footed.
Ahmad.
No. Premier League.
That he was in the Championship.
Oh, yeah.
Championship, right. Just left-footed.
McCann, Whitehead, says Darren Elliott.
They're centre midfielders. I think they're probably watching a little bit behind.
Is it someone who's renowned now for not being who did something illegal? Adam Johnson.
it's the nonce.
Name redacted.
Name redacted is in it
Adam
right
Johnson,
midfield. You
there
are
I had a
correct.
feeling it might have been him.
Yeah. I think he had about 14 as well, which is ironic. If he'd have got one more, that would have been
Oh,
really
no.
awkward.
Changing crisis
Yeah.
put redacted in before.
Yeah. So we've got a flat back four here. So I'll let you do whichever position you sort of feel like at the moment.
Is Phil Bardsley right back?
Phil Bardsley is the right back. Yeah.
Good job.
I think you only had about
Gravy left
5.
back.
No, Gray's not left back. He had one less than this other person.
Arca?
No, it's not Arca.
I think Arca played more in midfield, though, didn't he?
Yeah, left back was for when he left Sunderland, really.
More goals than Mickey Graham. Mickey Graham, you got quite a...
Patrick Van Aanholt?
Patrick Van Aanholt is correct.
Good shout.
Really?
7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
do remember him scoring the odd few, to be fair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Centre back's got to
Now
be
your
John O'Shea
centre-back.
for one of them.
No, 2 goals
No?
for Sunderland.
How
I
many
will say
goals-
both
how many
centre
goals-
backs
How many goals have the centre backs scored?
both got 3.
Ballard? No.
No, he's on 2.
On 2, isn't he?
No. Good,
West
good
Ham and
idea,
Arsenal.
though.
So he could be in the future. He could get.
You
into
said it
this
wasn't
team.
John O'Shea, was it?
Wasn't John O'Shea.
Right, okay.
Eunice
Where's
Kabul.
Brown?
O'Shea got 2. Wes Brown only got 1, and it was away at QPR. If you remember.
I remember
the
that.
3-2.
Oh, I'm trying to think of.
Kabul? Eunice Kabul?
No goals.
Amin
for Sunderland,
Kone?
I don't think.
Let's
No,
go.
2. Because his one against Man United was given to De Gea. Otherwise, it would have been Lamine Kone.
Oh, that's annoying that. Okay.
Let's
Oh.
go. No.
Let's go.
I'm clutching at
I will
straws.
say- right. They're both further back than the players you've.
Michael Turner
so
says
far.
Grindon.
Michael Turner, no, 2 as well.
You thinking he would be? Oh, my
Kone.
God.
Kone was 2. We said 2.
Oh.
Further back, I'm talking Roy Keane era.
Roy
Danny
Keane
Collins?
era.
Johnny Evans? I don't know.
Danny Collins is 1 with 3 goals.
Nice.
Okay. We
I'd
didn't
be really
reloan Johnny.
impressed if
We
you
didn't
get this other
reloan Johnny
centre-back.
Evans in the Premier League, did we?
We did.
Miles has
we
gone.
didn't.
Need him a who?
Nader Manua. No, he got 1. I think. 1
Goal,
goal,
one
but
of
it
the
was
best
worth
goals I've
about
seen
3.
from Sunderland.
Bold.
Bold. I don't think he scored for us. I didn't see him in the list. Phil Babb, no.
Has he got ginger hair?
Right, I'll tell you the teams. No, I'll tell you the players who. I'll tell you the teams he scored against because I remember 2 of them. He scored against Middlesbrough at home.
Darren Williams.
No, he scored against Newcastle at home.
Ooh.
And I'm trying to think who the other one is that he scored against. I can't remember the other team that he scored against for us. I think he
Middlesbrough,
only played
Newcastle.
one season. I remember him playing. He might have been here the season after, but I don't remember him playing very much.
We've got Bab, we've got Caldwell, and we've got Bolton.
I've not seen the name so far. Initial of his first name is D. Like Danny Collins, but not Danny Collins.
It's going to have to be one of you two that gets this.
His first name is also Danny.
Fucking hell, I'm got a mind blank here.
Someone's got it in the chat.
Higginbottom, aye.
Higginbotham, yeah, he got 3 in a season. He did.
I remember the goal now, the Mags one. I remember that goal.
Yeah, the 1-1 and then the 3-2 against Borough towards the end of the season. I can't remember where he got his other one, but they were both next to each other in the all-time list of 3. So
Who's the goalkeeper?
and a goalkeeper who has scored a goal for Sunderland.
Whom?
No, that wasn't the Premier League, but I like your thinking. Now, I have been cheeky here
Manone?
because none of the goalkeepers you think of have scored a goal. The player in goal does not play in goal,
Varga?
but did play in goal.
Or was it
Niall Quinn.
Niall Quinn did play once in goal, so yeah, that's right. He's the
Oh,
goalkeeper for
that's
Sunderland with
dodgy.
the most
Well
goals.
dodgy. Ah,
Yeah.
fix. Stewards inquiry. VAR.
He's a goalkeeper for Sunderland, and he scored. Like,
Oh, quite good.
Excellent.
That.
people in the chat got it. Quinn, they knew.
Excellent.
I'm
Have you got
just
something
happy
for us,
that I've been
Wayne,
able-
or are we back into the questions?
I was
No,
just
no,
happy I was
I
able
thought-
to get a couple of guesses, to be honest.
I've got I've got like I normally do, so just by guessing what clubs they've played for. But these are all loan players that have played 15 games or less.
15 games or less. Wow. Okay.
And I'm just going to give you the clubs they've played for.
Mm-hmm.
So first one, this one goes way back, 1985 to 1988, Doncaster Rovers.
Before my time.
I was tempted to go Lyndon Gooch just for a laugh.
He played for us in 2005 and played 4 games.
Did brilliantly then.
2005.
2005, we did
I can't
shit.
remember him playing for us. I can't remember him playing for us.
You say 2005 though? Is that 4-5 or 5-6?
No, it just says 2005, 4 games.
Because those are 2 very different seasons. One we got promoted in, and one we fell out the Premier League.
Scratched out with it.
Season before, 4 games. The season before would have been Mick McCarthy's promotion era. So, who did Darren Carter? No, he wouldn't have been around in the 80s.
2004, 2005. Before that, he played 31 games for Leeds.
Leeds. Oh, fuck. Oh, what's it called?
He also scored. I think he scored the first ever Premier League goal.
Brian Dean. That's his name. Brian Dean.
Brian Dean.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking of him, and I was like, "Oh, he's big, he's massive. Like, what's he fucking called?" Yeah, he got a right assist away at Ipswich for Stephen Elliott.
I can't remember him playing for us. I really can't.
Oh, he did. He had a because he was such a unit. He had long sleeves. He looked like a fridge running around. I remember when we played Borough in like 2000, and he headbutted Darren Williams and got sent off or something. Yeah.
Second one then. So 2006 to 2010. Manchester United.
Okay.
We had him on loan in 2007 and he played 14 games.
Johnny Evans. Danny
Fraser
Simpson.
Campbell.
Danny Simpson.
Danny Simpson. It was one of the 2. Yeah. Because we didn't get him on loan the second season. We bought Phil Bardsley instead.
Yeah. Next one, 2019 to 2024, Southampton.
1924 Southampton.
We had him on loan in 2021 and he played
Jake Vokins.
Jake Vokins, good shout, Michael.
Yeah, very good. I'd have never got that name. Tried to delete that from my memory.
Tried to leave that era from memory, really.
Next
Doesn't
one.
sound like it. You...
Well, yeah, no, I meant you. I didn't mean me.
Yeah.
That's it. That was the only ones I had.
Oh, I have something else if you want. Oh, we've got questions. I was right into that way.
I've been looking through the questions as you've been doing them. Some of them have been pre-answered with the conversation we've already had. So we've got a couple, but you've got time if you want.
Okay. Mine is simply next. Who has more goals? I'm going to give you 2 players. I just want who's got the most goals out of these players.
50-50. My kind of game.
Yeah. First one is Brian Brobby or Michael Chopra. These are only goals for Sunderland, I will say.
Brobby. Chopper never scored more than 6, did he?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Chopra because I feel this is a trick question.
What did you say, Mike?
I said Brobby as well.
You should have gone with Bowers. He had 7.
Did he?
In his entire history. Yeah. If you think in his second season, he got 2 against Borough, and I think he got 5 in the first season.
Right, Brian, come on. Here's your goal for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
2 goals.
One more.
And it'll be better than Brendan Chopra in 1 year.
Next
Didn't
one
repeat it till
is
November.
Torre Andre Flo or Victor Anichebe.
Anichebe.
Anichebe got like 3 and 2 or something, didn't he? I'll say Anichebe.
It was Flo. Flo got 6. Anichebe got 3. Yeah.
Next one. It was such a great player on Championship Manager, just terrible in real life.
Can you just tweet? So can you tweet something like?
Next one is Michael Bridges or Michael Proctor. Premier League goals for Sunderland. This is, but remember
Premier League goals.
Premier League goals because Bridges did have a second spell with us, didn't he? But it was in the Championship.
Most people say Bridges. I think this could be a trick. I want to say Proctor.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say Bridges.
What did you say, Mike? Sorry.
I said Bridges first.
It is Bridges. Bridges is correct.
I'm fucking hopeless at this.
Next one. Now, you've already had a clue here because I've given you one of these players' amount of goals. So, Tommy Miller versus Dan Ballard. Because I told you in the last game how many goals Ballard had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Tommy Miller.
I'm going to have to say Ballard because I don't know how many on Miller at all.
For the same reason as Mike, I'll go Ballard, but I have a feeling it might be wrong.
Miller. I'm going to go Tommy Miller.
Miller got 3. Ballard has 2 currently.
There you go, Wayne. You got one.
Yeah,
I think Miller was one of our joint top scorers in that 05-06 season, along with own goal and Letalic. So yeah, he was up there. Next one: Wes Brown or Billy Jones?
Oh,
Jones.
dear me. Billy Jones. I remember Billy Jones got a couple, 2 or 3. Billy Jones. I'm going to say.
I'm going Jones straight away on that one.
Yeah, I think I'll probably go Billy Jones as well.
Yeah, it's Billy Jones. I think I said in the last one as well, Wes Brown only got 1 goal for us, which
Hang
is
on,
away.
so
Billy Jones
one of
gets
his
3 or
goals-
4.
One of his
Billy
goals was
Jones got
against them. How
3
many
or
goals
4.
did he have? Billy Jones have?
I think 3.
One was in the derby, the 6th game in a row, and I can't remember what a couple of the other ones were.
He got.
I remember this. One was one was against Hull under Moisey when we'd already been relegated, and all we decided to do was go, right, we're going to screw your season and take you down with us.
Yeah. Last 2, which is their goalkeepers. I want to know who saved more penalties for Sunderland. So
Ooh.
Go
Sorensen
on then,
versus
bring it on.
Mignolet.
Sorry?
Oh,
Sorensen versus
Sorensen.
Mignolet.
Sorensen.
This is only
Mignolet.
penalties for Sunderland, I will say.
Mingalier.
Mignolet.
It's Sorensen has 4. For 4 penalty saves for Sunderland, 3 in 1 season, and Mignolet saved 1 penalty for Sunderland his entire career, which was away at the Mags, and then they went and scored for the resulting corner
Roofs
anyway.
tops all of them after 1 game, right?
Well, that's
Probably.
next because next
FA Cup,
is
that, unfortunately.
Gordon versus Roofs in Premier League penalty saves.
Ooh.
Roofs. I can think of 3 for Gordon, but
I'm going to
no,
say
Roofs.
Oh, hang on. I know he saved one against Brentford. I'm trying to remember if he saved any more than that. What were the options again? Craig Gordon versus Robin Roofs.
Yeah.
I'll say Craig Gordon.
It's Robin Roos. Craig Gordon never saved a penalty for Sunderland.
Never.
Never? Wow,
Never.
okay.
Never. Actually, I think I looked it up, and I might be wrong here. I don't think he saved a penalty in his career.
Ever.
I saw it before. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know about
If he's going to go
shootouts.
to penalties, sub the keeper off.
Yeah. I don't know about shootouts, and I'll have a look a minute. But I'm sure I read it as going. He didn't save any. So I'll have a look here.
Yeah.
But that's that. That's all done now.
Awesome. That was quite
I'm going to
good.
say, yeah, I've got a quick one that you'll probably find quite funny. I just need to double check it though. Hang on.
Right, we'll get a question while you
Get
double
a
check.
question up while I look for this. Go on.
So this is a quick one, Wayne. 11 of our players are away to the World Cup. Has that happened before? I think
He saved
it's
6 penalties
rarely.
in his career, Craig Gordon, but only in the more recent years.
Yeah.
in Scotland.
I think it's rare we've had that many World Cup players.
I think it's rare as well. I think we'll be hard pushed to ever top that. Like,
Fair play to all of them, mind.
Yeah. And do you remember the season when Phillips got the golden boot and he took... No, sorry, it was... who was it?
Bent.
Was it
Bent got
Bent?
25
Bent was the
goals,
second
finished
highest goal
third in the
scorer,
Premier
and he
League,
took
yeah.
Heskey to the World Cup.
yeah. Aye.
Instead, yeah.
What the...
Phillips went to the Euro.
He played for
Phillips
Sunderland
went to
after all.
Euro 2000, but he was 5th choice striker behind Shearer, Owen, Fowler, and I think Heskey as well.
Never ever gone, did he?
Yeah, madness. Absolute
Right,
madness.
before you get the next question up, so which striker scored more goals for Sunderland in the Premier League? Ignacio Scocco or Nick Voltemada?
Voltemada.
Yeah, absolutely. Scocco didn't even get a goal. I thought you'd appreciate that.
You had to look up if Scotcho scored for us there, didn't you?
I didn't. I knew he had. I was certain he hadn't, but I wanted to check it.
Keith Birchall, what did you lads think of Lafee double nutmeg? It was brilliant.
Oh,
I
please,
mean-
Conrad, Please tell me, Conrad, you've got a picture of one of that one of their fans that went after we got promoted.
Enzo Olafia, what a fucking player.
That's what we
Well,
think.
that wasn't quite what I meant, but yeah, that's good as well. No, I was going to say, no, that's good. No, have you got the one where one of their fans goes, Sunderland may have got promoted, but they had to spend £20 million of their budget on Enzo Lefebvre. Will be all right. It's easy 6 points.
No,
It was something
got
like
that.
it was one of their fans did it. Oh, that would have been so appropriate right now. £20 million well spent.
I know Wayne's got to go, but Lefebvre, for me, he has been a bit of a roller coaster of a signing. Like, I don't know if you agree. It's like brilliance followed by, why have you not even gone in for that tackle? What's going on? What's wrong with you? It's been very roller coaster with Lefebvre. I like him, love him, think he's a brilliant player, but he has moments.
Do you think it's fair to say that he's been much better for us in the Premier League than he was overall in the Championship?
Yeah, he's proved me wrong. We have missed him, and I think without a doubt he's been our most creative player. So, I know at the start of the season when I didn't think he would fit into the side, and I didn't think he would be as good as he has been, but he's proved me massively wrong.
He's gone another level, hasn't he?
It might suit him better, the Premier League being a less physical league, technically.
When he's not on the side, we have missed him. And that bit of quality on Sunday, most people would have panicked there and just fired it across the box, but he took his time and picked the pass through both their legs, man. It wasn't just lucky. He meant that.
Caused Dan Burn to do his special little dance. Yeah. To be fair, though, like if you look at it, though, because I thought in the regular season in the Championship, I thought he underwhelmed quite a bit, apart from maybe his debut against Borough. But obviously in the playoffs...
I'll say the playoffs, he was amazing.
I was just about to say in the playoffs, he turned it on big time and he delivered when it mattered. So if you'd offered me that at the time, of course, fair enough. The playoffs, as long as you deliver then, you help us get promoted. But he's genuinely been a good shout for one of our players of the season, I think, this season. He's been absolutely incredible. And the fact is, what was it, 20 million? Yeah, I think that it's a good point, Lexi, actually. I mean, even when Mike was going on about the less physical league, the Premier League, I disagree. I think the Premier League this year has been more physical than the Championship was last season. And that was one of the reasons that's probably more impressive to me, that Lefebvre stood out in many ways that he has done.
Yep. Excellent. Last one here. Is Elborg as good as Roos as a potential replacement? For like right now?
Right now, no.
No. That's why we signed him.
Potential ability. He stepped in and, we wouldn't have Simon Moore being the reserve keeper anymore. Like, there's no chance Moore's going to get ahead of him. So he's absolutely superb quality. If he's happy to understudy to him for another season, I think he's an ideal replacement.
You say that, though, but would it surprise you, lads, though, that if Elborg was our main number one next year, if Roofs was the one who sold?
No, I think
if he sold, no, it wouldn't surprise me.
Why we bought him?
Yeah,
if it's not next season, it'll be the year afterwards.
I'm hoping
you don't get stung with prices for players if you buy them before the other player leaves. So if Roofs goes next season, all of a sudden everyone knows we need a striker, and they add on money, they add on all these other things. They try and pull the wool over our eyes a little bit. But with this, we've gone, nope, let's go and get him now, and we'll
give him 6 months to bed in as well.
If it comes, yeah. And
the
one thing that he's not as good as is playing with his feet. But I've yet to see a team press Roofs. If you actually think about this season, no one's really chased him down on anything. Maybe at Bournemouth, that one that he got caught on. But apart from that, I've never really seen. But with Elborg, it seems like they're flying at him, and he does take a little bit too long. But I can't moan at his shot stopping. I can't moan at him coming out and claiming things, because he has done that. I'm not saying he does it every time, but he has come out and done that there. And in the big hostile games away from home, Leeds and Newcastle, he's come away winner each time.
And let's be fair, I've just had to look, but he's 22. So he's got another 22 years of career when it comes to goalkeepers. So...
Can I just say, to be fair to Elborg, though, if you look at the Premier League games he's played, right? Was it Leeds, Brighton and Newcastle? If you think about it, those two away games are probably two of the toughest away games in terms of atmosphere generally that you can come up against and play in. And Newcastle especially being a derby. And and apart from that mistake leading to the Newcastle goal where he passed 09 and everything else, but that was mainly 09 more than him, he hasn't really put a foot wrong in either game, in my opinion.
He made a right save as well against...
And even against Brighton, I didn't think he put a foot wrong, really.
I don't think he was to blame for the goal. I don't think he expects it to go past him. And one of their players moves out the way at the last second, and before he knows it, it's here. Like,
and remember the save he made in the first half as well. That game.
He's gone the wrong way. Right, exactly. Right, chaps. I'm going to have to love yous and leave yous.
No problem. Changing Crisis just said, did I answer his question about FIFA? But I haven't got it. So if you're quickly now.
Something a bit like, I can't remember what it was. It wasn't. Was it something like, is it the only way Newcastle can beat is if they play FIFA or something? Type it again. I'm sure it was something like
that. Elborg only start first team matches last May.
First season.
Didn't Roof's not start many
first Premier League season was last year. Yeah, his only first professional season.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, no. I mean, here's one last. I'll ask for you two then. As much as as much as hilarious as it would have, possibly, as hilarious as it would be if this did happen, do either of you actually believe we'll finish higher than Newcastle? Do you actually think we'll do it?
I almost want to reserve judgment for. It was a bit like I didn't answer the Europe question earlier on because it's where will we be in 4 games time? Do you know what I mean? Like when we've got
I asked
3
these
games
two.
left.
I asked these two last week number of points for the last games, and I think it combined we ended up at like 56 points for the season.
Okay.
Well, why don't you do that with Conrad now? See what he thinks.
Yeah.
I'm just getting the fixtures up.
Well, I've got them here right now if you want.
Okay.
Right, so Tottenham at home. If
Draw.
they kept Tudor for this game, I would have been very confident of a win.
7-0 if Tudor was there.
Right,
I don't know, because Derby doesn't start well as either, so it's... But then if we were playing them this weekend, I would say we beat them.
Quick fire. First
I could see any result in this game.
Draw.
But yeah. Draw. Okay.
Draw.
Villa away. If it influences your answer, they play Bologna twice in the build-up to playing us.
Draw.
Okay. Forest at home.
We'll win that.
Okay.
Wolves away.
We lose that.
Cheers, I'm going to that, so that's going to be helpful. Okay. Man United at home.
Draw.
Everton away.
We lose that.
And then Chelsea at home, last game.
We win that.
So that gives us 9 points.
So that's at 52 points we finish on.
What are we on? Yeah, what are we on now?
I'm more pessimistic than you lot.
You were. I think we all put Wolves to win.
I don't know.
Look at it this way.
I just think Wolves are doing all right. And Everton, I think it's that thing of it'll be us and them sort of pushing for the top 10. And I think Everton at home will sort of themselves out a little bit.
Wolves were doing all right with momentum. After this international break, they've nothing left to play for. I think they're going to go downhill. Newcastle have Palace, Bournemouth, Arsenal, Brighton, Forest, West Ham, and then Fulham.
Well, why don't you predict their fixtures then, and then see who ends up highest?
Lose. Fuck off.
Not what you want to happen.
And they go down with 43 points.
Yeah, go through them again then, if you don't mind.
Okay. Crystal Palace away.
Palace have 2 European Conference League games either side of that. I think they'll win that because the Palace will focus on Europe.
You think Newcastle will win?
I think Newcastle will beat them.
And you're going draw. Okay. Next one is Bournemouth at home for Newcastle.
They lose that. Bournemouth always smash them up, and Eddie Howe can't ever beat Bournemouth. He hasn't beaten Bournemouth since he's left them.
I'll say draw. For the same reason as Conrad, I just think we'll get something at home.
Smashed them 4-1 at last time.
Arsenal away.
Lose. Straight away.
Lose, yeah.
Okay. Brighton at home.
Right, they'll lose that one. Brighton always tend to get their number at St. James's as well.
Yeah, Danny Welbeck back scoring against them again. Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Then I can upload that clip again of him going, "I'm a Mackem at heart." Yeah, Brighton win.
Okay, Forest at away.
I think they'll beat Forest because I think Forest might be safe by that, but not safe, but close to safety by that point.
I would imagine they do win that one. Yeah.
Okay. West Ham at home.
Oh, depends if West Ham are still in the fight or not.
I'll say they'll win that.
I'll say they'll draw it.
Okay.
Someone's cat's going off in the background.
Yeah, he is. He's being a
Cat
dickhead.
broke. And the last game of the season for them is Fulham away.
They'll lose that.
I think they'll win that.
Oh, split decision. So,
Marco Silva,
Michael
Fulham
Bowers,
smashing
you
them up.
have them getting 11 points. Conrad, you have them getting 7?
7's too many. Let's change some of that up.
I mean, to be
Either
fair,
way.
Conrad's right though. If they get 7 and we get, was it 9? Then we finish above them by like 4 points.
Yeah, and I think with your predictions, we'd have still finished with above them based on what you and Wayne said last week about our scores. So, either way, we finish above them. Everyone's happy. Great end to the season. Big piss up.
So well, we know there's no point asking you because you'll just go Sunderland, win, 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 win. Newcastle lose, 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 lose. We finish like 20 odd points above them.
I can be realistic sometimes. I can
Just
be
not
realistic.
I mean, to be fair, okay,
We've got-
I think we probably owe you an apology at the end of the season if we do make Europe.
Definitely. We've got Spurs. They are terrible at the moment. At home, we're going to win that. We've got Villa away, draw. We've got Forest at our place, draw. We've got Wolves away. They're going to be on a downward spiral. That's a win. So what are we on? 6, 7, 8 points. Man United at home. Oh, I want that to be a win, but
Can
I've
I
got a
just say, Mike,
feeling.
if it
I've got a
helps you-
feeling that's a loss.
Can I just say, Mike, to be fair, if it helps you, there's 6 points clear. Sorry, if the fifth places get you Champions League, doesn't it? 5th gets you Champions League likely this season. Is that right?
Depends on how well the English teams go on and do. It's unlikely that we lose the position, but if they all suddenly fell out in the next round, then we might
Fair.
lose it.
Yeah, you'd imagine that Villa
And that's
all that-
Champions
well,
League, UEFA Cup, and
Yeah.
Conference League.
I would
as well.
imagine that Palace and Villa and all that would get through, and Arsenal. Okay, the point I was going to say was because they're 7 points clear of 5th. So if Man United have qualified for Champions League already by that point, then I could
Stop
see.
trying
us
to
winning.
influence my decisions. Stop trying to influence my decisions.
Well,
Right.
I'm trying to help you be more positive.
Win,
Yeah, man.
draw, win, loss to United, beat Everton, beat Chelsea for the last game of the season.
And he says he's realistic.
Do the double over
Okay.
Chelsea. We beat them at their place.
Well,
At home
okay,
should be
then.
easy.
So how many points would you have us finishing on then?
That's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17.
369, Jesus.
So that's 7. Is it? Hang on. 3, 6, 9, 10.
To the
11,
window, to the
12,
wall.
13,
Sorry, 369.
I can't remember what I
Right,
said. now.
say them again. I can do the maths for you. What was it you said for?
Don't say
Tottenham?
I can't remember
369.
what I said. That's my problem. I can count. I'm just
Right, right, hang on.
what I said.
Right, Tottenham. What did you say for that?
Beat Tottenham.
Right,
Draw away from Villa.
you said draw Forest. I remember that.
Draw Forest. That's win, draw. That's 5.
You said
And
lose
beat
to Man
Wolves.
United.
That's 8.
Lose to
Then
Man
lose to Man United. Then beat Everton. That's 11. And then beat Chelsea.
14.
That's 14.
You've got us get you. So that means if you're right, we're going to finish on 57 points.
There you go. You heard it here
That
first.
gives you a
Rubber
good
stamp
chance
it.
of
Clip
getting
that.
8th, 9th. The thing you got to remember as well. The thing is because 8th or 9th could get Europe this year, couldn't we? So,
Yeah.
oh, I'm getting talked into what now? Fuck's sake.
Right. Anyway, I think we've started talking green room talk now. Anyway, so let's say goodbye to our wonderful audience. Whichever channel you're watching on, Only Fools and SAFC, Michael Bowers 541, Black Cats _TV. Make sure you liked and you subscribed and all the bell and all that wonderful stuff. Hype the videos when you can. That really does help as well. And take the time to go around to the channels and subscribe to them as well if you haven't already. It's a bit of a quiet week for football, but what have you got on your channel this week, Michael Bowers? Anything?
Couple of live streams, maybe we get a couple of guests on, or I might just have a chat to the camera, really effectively. Hopefully, a non-blurry one. That'll be quite nice. But yeah, just enjoying. I'm enjoying a bit of the break. I'm pretty much all I'm going to be doing is watching the championship all weekend, to be honest. But yeah, just whatever, wherever the wind blows. But thanks for having me on.
There you go. Super strict schedule he has with his uploading. So,
Aye, if only. If only.
Conrad, have we got anything planned on Black Cats TV?
No.
No. There you go. Excellent. So,
I
hope
say
to see you there
no.
at the Nothing.
Mackems next Wednesday.
just any news that comes up, any shorts that come up, we sort of put out there, and then I think it'll probably be hoping that Chelsea smash up Port Vale. No, hoping that Port Vale smash up Chelsea, so that's a bigger story than the last round. And then we'll be all on to the Spurs train next week.
Yeah. And Wayne's not here, but I'm sure he's got plenty of awesome content on his channel like he always has. So make sure you go and subscribe, hit his bell so you don't miss any of that.
That are just earworms.
Yeah, earworm songs and everything. Make sure you check out his shorts. And he's also got a travel channel. So go and check that out if you get a chance. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Does anyone know it off the top of the head?
Sorry, what?
Travel channel? Wayne's other channel?
Talking and walking.
Is that it? Or are you just making it up?
It began with D.
Go and check it out via his channel. I'm sure.
I don't know what I had for breakfast this morning, mate, and I'm tired.
Thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.
See ya.
Midweek Mackems, we're back on the show. Talking Sunderland and everything you know.
Conrad's got the numbers, proper stats machine. Mike's optimistic, living out the Mackems